Hi, my name is Jennifer and I make health and healing easy to understand. So if you find yourself asking, is a pill, supplement, food, protocol, good or bad, one thing you're gonna realize is you're gonna find tons of information out there. Free information, paid for information, courses, books, everything, but it doesn't tell you if it works for you. That's where I come in. Everything I put out in content, whether it be my books, my courses, my appointments, my community, every student and patient I work with, I am returning you to you, your story. Will these things work to bring you balance? If not, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of energy. So let's reframe the conversation, beginning with this video right now. Even if you do nothing and never work with me or buy anything, just listen to this video and you'll understand better how to approach these conversations for your health. I love teaching, so here we go. Okay, so years ago, I was looking at brain scans, and part of what I did in my training, I still do this today, where I will look at your brain scan and look at what's called your Z-scores. And you'll notice that they're either upregulated or downregulated. They're either in this like red, orange, yellow upregulation coloring, or they're downregulated in blue and yellow, blue and green, downregulated. And what you're seeing there is the same pattern that I saw when I learned about nervous system, where we're either upregulated in our nervous system in fight mode, or we're downregulated in flight, freeze, fawning, shutting down. I saw the same pattern when I learned traditional Chinese medicine, and that with every organ system and our meridian systems in our body, that they can either be upregulated in what we call yang, or downregulated too much into too much what we call yin, where it wasn't showing up online and there isn't flow. So too much flow or too little flow. Well, that's even what I saw in labs when I work with patients. So we'll take your thyroid, for example. We're looking at thyroid, and we're looking at, when you look at thyroid, you're looking at an imbalance in the T3 and T4. And when you're looking at that, you can see that there's either too much upregulation or too low and down regulation. And we call that Graves and Hashimoto's, and we give all these things diagnoses and titles and all of it, but really what we're looking for is the same pattern again and again. And I learned this in body work with kinesiology, where I'm looking for a muscle and seeing, is it over facilitated where it's just reacting to everything, or is it under regulating and under facilitated where it doesn't come online and react the way that it should at all. It's like limp and doesn't do what we want it to do. So when I approach all that I do, I'm approaching it from this perspective of what happens with our nervous system and our brain patterns first, because that is what tells our cells, our muscle tissue, our organs, everything in our body, our detoxification pathways, our digestion, what to do. All of it is our nervous system and brain patterns, everything. We are either approaching an issue in fight, flight, freeze, or fawning. We just are. We're either upregulated or downregulated. And if I've lost you at this point, I'd say rewatch this video. It's free, it's on my website. So the next question I get from people is, okay, well, what am I in? Am I in fight mode and I'm upregulated? As in like excess histamine, extreme food intolerances, diarrhea, extreme weight loss, heat intolerance, or am I downregulated, where I have cold intolerance, weight issues, constipation, autoimmune? Well, it honestly depends. And that's where we want to approach your healthcare from individual healthcare. Because depending on what's happening, this isn't about, is this food or supplement or herb or pill good or bad? It's, where is my starting point for me to address this and bring myself to a flow state, to homeostasis? You see, our body is always working for us. So any kind of symptoms that you have, they're real, but they're your body telling you a story. And unless we are willing to actually sit in either an appointment with me or a book, even that, it's super inexpensive, and doing the work of finding this story, you will find the following happen. You will find a pill, a supplement, a protocol, whatever it is, that makes you feel better for about 2 weeks, maybe 2 months, and in about 2 weeks to 2 months later, if we have not addressed our nervous system and brain pattern story, we're back there again, and again, and again. And our body will find another way to show us what is out of balance until we do the time, the due diligence, the love for ourselves to understand what brings us individually back home and back to balance with our nervous system and our brain patterns. Now, this doesn't mean that you've gone through some huge life trauma. There are a lot of people I work with where after having kids, they just get to a point where their nervous system is dysregulated and we need to go in and restore that. They never had time to recoup. Or it could be somebody who, after years of schooling and then years of college and years of work, their nervous system is super dysregulated. They're always on and they've depleted themselves. So we go back in, reframe those brain patterns, and reset or re-regulate the nervous system. So if this resonates with you at all, there's a reason. And there are lots of ways to work with me for you to actually do this beautiful work of regulating your nervous system, regulating your brain patterns for you to enjoy optimum health and thrive and enjoy your life.